Well, good morning, Alpha Traders.
Whatever, safe moon thing.
Oh yeah, dude. Serious scam, dude. That's a serious scam.
Scam. Everything's a
Big
scam. We're in
time.
the
Yeah.
fucking simulation.
Definitely safe. Definitely
Are you
safe
sure
move.
though? Because they're
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
supposed to be really good though, man. So I don't know.
No, no, dude. They are
Yeah,
100% like
totally
they're
fucking around.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they had like an auto lock code thing in their smart contract, which wasn't auto lock and was very much manually locked and very much manually unlocked and very much drained and rugged by the founders and all. And
Gotcha.
like they have a guy now who's in charge that a lot of kind of the hopium crowd, believes in and all this stuff.
Who
But
gives
it's
a
like
shit?
it's a
Life's a
scam.
rug. Life's a rug.
Yeah, life's a rug. Yes, life's a rug. Make sure you get a good one.
Make sure you get a good
Well,
rug.
I'm surprised they let them have an app still and stuff if they're, you know what I mean, like on the.
Because most of the core that was there at the beginning have all left. Pretty
Yeah.
much all of them have left, and the guys that are in charge now are very much different from those people. And they're kind of trying to resurrect it or keep it not resurrect it, but just keep it from dying completely. But like people that put money into it got rugged big time. And the guys who took the money admitted it even. Like they don't even like there was a whole Coffee Zero episode where he talks to one of the guys who took the money. The guy's like, "Yeah, I did it." He's like, "Wouldn't you?" He's like, I had some money to take. I had some shit to do. I wanted the money, so I took it." He's like, "Yeah, it was a few million or whatever the fuck it was." He's like, I did. He's like, "With my interest, I don't see why I wouldn't do it." So
Yeah, I mean the reason I'm looking around a little bit is because you're having all this shit go on with the different exchanges and whatnot, and like Trust Wallet is a Binance wallet, and so
yeah, well, it's
what's the
Binance, but
difference, right?
it is Binance, but it is technically distinct from Binance, but it is Binance. Just like Coinbase wallet is technically, different, but it's still Coinbase. I would not, let's put it this way, I wouldn't use any centralized exchange wallet as a main wallet ever. Because like even if it's your keys on their wallet, it's still their software. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
running someone else's software wallet puts them not in control of, but ultimately it kind of does because if they don't update your software or if they make something that breaks in the software, you're kind of fucked. But on the other hand,
yeah,
if you get if you have something like a hardware wallet, those are obviously it's if you have any amount of money that's more than even like $500 or $1,000 in crypto, there's really no excuse not to have at least one hardware wallet that costs like $20 or $50 or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I
And
actually
most
have
of
a
the
ledger.
yeah, and ledgers usually around this time of year they have like holiday deals and stuff, like 2 for 1 kind of thing. I haven't seen any this year, but I'm sure they're around because they always do that kind of stuff. I even have a wallet review website that does like post stuff once in a while, or whatever. Like whenever there's like a new interesting wallet that comes out, they review it. But like, there's usually some kind of a deal around the holidays to get a decent wallet for a relatively cheap price. And they range anywhere from like $20 to like $90, depending on the fanciness you're looking for and all that stuff. And for Bitcoin, like I would usually I prefer keeping Bitcoin well, in a variety of ways. But if I had to pick just one wallet for only Bitcoin, it would probably be Cold Card, other than like a brain wallet or a paper wallet, right? I would keep it
Yeah,
on a Cold Card wallet because it's like pretty much a dedicated Bitcoin wallet that's hardware and is very secure. Um, and then, but separately, to keep any amount of coin on a wallet that I can interchange with other assets to do like spot swaps on the wallet.
yeah,
Trezor and
yeah.
Ledger are great because they have basically mini like exchanges built in. So like you can trade on the actual hardware wallet itself
Not if you live in
without giving up.
America.
Oh well, VPN.
No,
VPN.
no. Ledger recognizes a VPN and it kicks you
Oh,
out.
oh right.
Well,
Well
they
then
have
you have
the, they
to
have
Bro,
the
have
casino software.
you don't think I've tried it?
Torguard,
You don't
Torguard
think-
VPN. Torguard VPN. Torguard VPN.
Yeah, yeah.
Try that.
man.
Because that'll run you through a Tor-based VPN that doesn't let them track your geolocation.
So that's
But
that's through the Tor browser then, right? Isn't
no,
that?
no, separate. No, it's a separate VPN Tor guard that
Okay.
they run the system on a Tor-based system. But yeah.
It's crushing.
But look, there's a variety. Okay, so Ledger doesn't. I guess if you're based in the U.S., maybe, unless you use something like TorGuard VPN. But as far as I know, Trezor does. And Exodus also lets you swap right on your, like, any wallet that lets you house multiple coins, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever, will let you swap usually on the wallet itself for just the cost of the network transaction fee. Sometimes it's nothing. It depends what kind of key, what kind of coins you're trading. And if you're just swapping between ERC tokens, you can very often have zero fee. Like if you're swapping Ethereum for USDC for whatever else garbage coin, you can swap those for like practically nothing or even nothing. And if you're just swapping, let's say, Bitcoin to DAI or back to Bitcoin or Bitcoin to USDC on either ERC20 or Polygon or Matic chains, and then back to Bitcoin, or even Bitcoin to Tether and back to Bitcoin. Like very often the fees are, you're pretty much just paying the Bitcoin fee going one way, and the other way you're paying like a very low stablecoin trading fee. And it's not even trading fee, it's a swapping fee. So the transactions would be like under $1 usually. Even less than that, it'd be like under 50 cents quite normally.
Gotcha.
And that's an easy way to drop, to trade spot on your wallet at basically zero fee.
So
yeah, Anyway, go Bilbo. Sorry to hijack this thing.
No, you're not hijacking it. What are we talking about? Wallets. I like my Ledger.
Yeah, man.
I like my Ledger.
Yeah, Ledger's good. I like the Ledger.
Yeah,
it's good.
Ledger's good. I'm gonna get that new one, the Stacks. Get a couple of them.
Yeah.
Separate out some shit. I dive back in. I mean, everybody knows. I'm deep in Solana. Got some Bitcoin. Jeff, if you're out there listening and you're holding your coins, your tokens, whatever cryptocurrency you have, and you have it on an exchange, I don't give a shit what exchange it is. It's not your crypto. And then when something happens, they get hacked, inside job, or, right, it's a total fraud, like we just saw off FTX, you lose all your money.
Right.
You lose all your money. What do you say? Well, that's mine. No, it wasn't. Not your keys, not your crypto. This is what new people don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's why that just fits right into, if you're going to trade cryptocurrency, you don't swing trade volatility. If you're swing trading volatility, that means you have to leave your crypto on the exchange. If you trade the low time frame volatility intraday, load up your account in the morning. When you're done trading, pull it right back into your ledger. It's that simple. There's still risk. Hell, I mean, what happens if it's that day you're intraday trading when they run their little scam or whatever the hell they're doing? Because we don't know. This market is not regulated. No, sir. Anything can happen. But then you get a bunch of people, upset, crying they lost their money. Hey, man, you've been warned 1,000,000 times not to keep your money on these exchanges. They're all scammy, every one of them. When there's no regulation, Coinbase is regulated. No, it's not. They have some, whatever. There's not regulation in the crypto market.
Right. It's regulated in terms of they're allowed to offer securities for trading as a regulated exchange, but they're not actually offering usually securities for trading.
Right.
And they don't. People go there to buy and sell crypto, which has not been deemed like the crypto that they offer have not been deemed securities by the SEC or the CFTC or whoever.
Right.
They've been deemed commodities, right? Or they haven't been deemed anything at all, right? And when there was even a hint of a whisper that there might be something like XRP might be considered a security, even though XRP basically won in its court case, they pulled off XRP. Well, what does that tell you? It means that they don't want anything to do with, things that are securities like. And, generally speaking, it's technically regulated in the sense that they were allowed to file IPO and, be a public company. But that doesn't mean that they are offering regulated assets for trading. They're not. They're offering cryptos.
Yeah.
And not your keys, not your wallet, bottom line. Very basic concept. You don't control your assets. You don't control your assets. When you put money in the bank, it is not your money. even in a regulated bank.
Then you got
put
this.
Money on a central.
And you got this dickhead Peter Schiff out here talking shit about crypto again. The guy's I mean, in my opinion, he's a fucking scammer.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Man,
ridiculous.
He is. I mean, he is a gold shiller. Peter Schiller. It would be a better name for him.
He doesn't understand crypto, or at least who knows? Who knows what his angle is? But he's fucking blatantly lying. Blatantly lying about this market, about these markets. They are very secure. They're they're more secure than fucking gold and silver and cash and all the other shit.
Yep.
It's that these people are not understanding what it means to be your own bank and secure your assets.
Correct. And also gold isn't even gold. It's paper gold, right? Most people are buying and selling paper gold. They're not actually buying little cuts of gold. There's not some guy down in the gold vault chipping off your gold ounce every time you buy one. Sorry, that's not how it works. Like, it's paper. And you don't know. You know, we know for sure they overinflate the number of papers versus the amount of actual stacks that exist.
Oh,
you know, and that was even before they went off the gold standard, quote unquote, the gold paper standard in the 1970s. It wasn't even a gold standard. The gold standard was out in the 30s or something.
Yeah.
So.
And there's no supply cap, right, on metals. It's a joke, man. People are just, I don't know, not getting it. Not getting it. Excuse me. Kind of like.
I mean, it's really no different than like if you use a regular trading broker, you know, for regular stock trading. You put your money on their exchange. It is not your money technically, right? Yep. It's not your money until you get it back out.
And just like cash too, there's no supply cap on cash. They got a money printer. They just turn it on whenever the fuck they want.
But if you hold your cash, at least it's your cash, right? It's the same with crypto. You hold your cash or you hold your crypto, then it's yours.
Yeah. Meanwhile, fucking dozen eggs is $8 or something stupid.
Oh my god!
So how much? What kind of buying power does this cash have?
Right, dude. I saw I saw some comment about yesterday about how you know, gas in the 70s or the 80s was like 80 cents a gallon. Like, wow, if only. And then he's like, yeah, but I also understand money had no value back then. I'm like, what are you talking about? Money was worth 20 times more 30 years ago than it is now. Like, if it was like $1 got you a lot more for $1 20 years ago or 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, dude, I grew up in a small town, and so it was like before school. If mom didn't have gas, she'd be like, run to the gas station, fill up my car. I'd be like, what?
Right.
And so.
Right.
And then she'd give me like $1. I'd be like, I can't fill up the car. Well, go put a gallon of gas in. I go down there, get a gallon of gas for like 80 cents. With the 20 cents, buy a pack of cigarettes.
Exactly. So yeah, literally $5 or $10 is enough to like fill up a tank of gas in like a little subcompact car. In the late 80s even. You have some change left over or whatever. And then, you get a pack of Camels or whatever.
Yeah. I'm happy with my gas situation now. Driving this little Kia around, man. It's like 32 miles to a gallon.
What is it? Teslas cost like $10 to recharge at a supercharger station.
Oh yeah,
$10 for electricity. Yeah, that's a lot.
People are like, honestly. Oh, it doesn't cost anything to run my car. It's like, how the? Oh, so what? You don't pay for the electricity at your house?
Right.
That you're charging your fucking supercar with?
Yeah.
Electric cars are not the future. Hydrogen probably. They ever figure it out?
Oh, dude, did you see?
Oh yeah, with the
fusion.
Yeah, fusion. That fusion, right? Yeah, man, it's pretty dope.
We've seen a lot of claims for fusion in the past, but this one seems to have the right authoritative stamp on it. If it happens to be real, we will see in time if it's real.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're gonna feed us all that when the real, the behind the scenes and the elites are using all this magnetic power and shit, all Tesla stuff and. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
creating these gravity fields.
We have a lot of fusion available. We have a lot of hydrogen available. So if they can actually do that at a commercial scale, that would be a game changer.
Right. They've got these they create these reactors where it creates a space in front of your whatever your conveyance is. It creates a space like out in front, a gravitational pull. And it just, you just zip faster than the speed of light. It's like, let's go! And all these so-called UFOs people are seeing, the fucking real extraterrestrials are the orbs and shit. These actual crafts people see, no fucking way, man. It's the governments. It's the elites. They have this
here's
technology.
The thing, they've confirmed now in physics. I know we're way off topic, but
we're way off. That's how we roll.
Study now. Yeah, but there's been some confirmation now that there's two very diametrically opposed theories that are actually basically parallel theories, and they're both Einstein-based theories that he worked on with one or two other people. One theory is about kind of the gravitational pull between two spaces or 2 points in space, and the other one is the wormhole theory, and that actually they both are the same thing. And so, in fact, you can have theoretical wormholes, and they've actually been able to create a kind of a wormhole as an experiment, and it has been essentially, well, I don't want to say proven, but there's a lot of evidence to substantiate the theory that wormholes are in fact very possible. But that said,
yeah,
back to crypto.
Back to the markets. Had a Fed meeting yesterday. What'd they do? How come up 0.5? That's about what everybody was guessing. Seems baked into the market, but the markets are not liking it for sure. Everything's down pre-market. Very interesting. SPY's down below the center of its monthly. Literally pre-market went through the weekly and below the center of the monthly range right now. The minis are trying to pop. You can see the dollar pulling back right now, which, yeah, that's what we want to see. Let's get this dollar down. And the dollar looks bearish. It really does. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. One more reason to trade low time frame volatility. Or if you're an options trader, yeah, dive down that rabbit hole. All kinds of fun shit. All kinds of fun shit in options to play with. Let's see here. Anything popping out? Let's check out. I want to look at Bitcoin while we're waiting. Let's see. Where are you, beautiful, magical internet money? Oh, I'm on Bitcoin. Jesus. So the daily. Yeah, this Z-score log return's pretty high. Variance low. Let's see here. No bear div on the top side. On the daily anyway. All the fishers though. Pretty damn high. Starting to turn down. DLP's losing some steam too. Volatility expanding, starting to slope negatively correlated, random price action. Been random on Bitcoin since about November 20th. Been random on the daily. Coming out of that trend to the downside. Right.
Which is why you can take profit when the trend ends, with our entropy indicator. Very smart.
Let's see here.
Very smart.
It's a 95.4 at down here. So it's a daily 95.4 is at about 17,295. Kind of interesting. Got a couple wicks up here above the top side, 95.4 last couple days. Yep. Boy, but yesterday, yeah, man, got a nice wick above the 95.4 Laplace on that daily. Pulled back right into the 68.3. Then opened up, immediately started cruising to the downside. Like I said, at 17,295. Interesting little number. Let me see here. Whoops. 4 hour. Yeah, man, this little pullback, man. These fishers. Both these moves on the 4 hour. Really good, really good. Was there any div? There was. Boom, right there. Bear div. Bear div. See how much this plays out. Contracting volatility, positively correlated. The predictor flipped on the way back into random price action. 4 hour, totally random. Totally random. And I keep hearing certain people just talking about trend. They're like, no, the market's always random. I'm just like, Wouldn't you wouldn't be saying that if you had an entropy indicator. You understood entropy. Because it's not always random. There is trend. And so, but you've got a bunch of people trying to figure out the trend in the markets, and they're not using the right tools. All right? Yeah. What the hell are they going to use? What are they using for trend? Yeah, not the right tools, that's for damn sure.
No. Well, 15 minutes shows you right now we're just coming off of a little trend to the downside, right?
Yeah.
It's just not starting for them.
Here's Bitcoin right here. Here's Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Let's move the top side
On the
down there from
4
like little under
Yes,
17. Runs right
Yeah.
up since 2 wicks. Now listen, 2 wicks to the 0.9999, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin got outside of the 99.7 Laplace. Now it's pulled back in. It's almost right back down to the top side of the 95.4, which is at 17,430. So yeah, everybody, where you're out there, if you're little trend lines and stuff, it doesn't have to be that hard, right? You're what? You're going to trust your art skills? It's ridiculous. It's the distribution, man. It is the distribution. People wonder why we get wicks like this and why candles pull back and do what they do. It's probabilities. It's probabilities. And this is what you think these algos are running on? What do you think they're running on? Math. 100%. These big firms aren't stupid. There's a reason why they are the big firms.
Yep.
Yep. Got to have a good algo. And they got them.
Yep.
They damn sure got them. Let me see if anything else sticks out. Yeah, these fishers, man. They were in lockstep at the beginning. It's kind of weakening.
I tell you what, another thing I like about entropy is that it really lets you catch moves, even if they're fast, right? It lets you catch moves and know when to get out. So you can really know when to take your profits on them, because as soon as you see it turn around, even if it's going to keep going, if you were in profit and you took your profits, who cares if it keeps going? You'll catch the next one. But like, you can ride it out until it's back into randomness, or once you see, okay, it's turning around now, flip it to the other direction while it's still in trend but just moving the other way, and then you just take your profits out on that second trade. Yep. And then you've got 2 trades in profit, and you're done, and you wait for the next occurrence of opportunity to just come along with the next trending move. Or you might like to trade random walks, which is also a possibility. I wouldn't recommend it for the beginner trader, but if you're advanced enough, you can certainly trade when it's random if you know what you're doing, especially if you know how to trade lower time frames.
So on this 4 hour right here, you can see where this prediction model flipped, started walking up. Well, why did it start walking up? Well, bam, bam. First, you're negatively correlated to get some expanding volatility. Stay significantly negative as volatility is flat for 3 candles, right? Boom. Even started contracting, so you're getting this walk up too. And then boom, the correlation flips positive and you start getting expansion again. Get the big move. Flips negative as it's contracting. Price action just walks up. But then it expanded, negatively correlated. Entropy though. As soon as that entropy turns up, like you get a new candle and that entropy pops up, get out of the trade. Get out of the trade. That's what kind of Yasha was pointing to. I mean, entropy is great to let you know when the trend is over. Meanwhile, there's people in the traditional space that run an options platform that don't know this, which blows my mind. And I really like the guys. And I put several comments in the chats. Ghost every time. Nothing. Nobody even comments on them. Of course they don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous. How can you not want to know about entropy? It's pretty crazy, man. But this is new. This is new on the scene for trading, for sure. But our guys have created a great indicator. There's no doubt. And this thing does a lot. It's got 2 sides. I mean, you can set this up in so many different ways. It's crazy. We like it. We applaud. We applaud the coder wolves. Let me see here.
We need a clapping, a grouped clapping soundboard button.
Right.
Crowd cheering.
90-minute Z-score of log returns was down through all these confidence intervals. Let me see. Got some bull div building too. And on that, 4 hour. Wasn't it the 4 hour? Come on. There we go. Yeah, setting up. Where the hell was that? Was that on the daily? Or was that on Tesla? Was I looking on Tesla? I'll have to look in a sec. Anyway. Come on. 90-minute. Yeah, definitely building some bull div from this move down on the 90-minute. Definitely building. These fishers, though, they are all to the downside. The DLP's starting to lose a little steam, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this 90-minute candle. Random price action. Volatility is contracting, negatively correlated. This thing could float up. Let's see if the 45 is even more to that point. Probably. This is how this works. Actually, no. Flat. Gotta blow it up. Actually expanding. Negative. So that's a twist on the narrative. Let me see, is there any div? Yeah. I mean, from that big dump candle in that 45, bam, just nothing, a ton of bull div. Let's wait to see if these fissures turn up. Let's look on the 33. Probably turned up. One. But these other ones are really low down here on these deviation bands. Random price action. It's trying a little bit of a trend popped in there to the downside. But now, last two candles, flat volatility, negatively correlated, so it's floating right back up. 15. Getting ready to set up some hidden bull divergence. Or, hidden bear, my bad. If you were in this trade to the downside on the 15-minute, there's another good example. The entropy turned up. Right, but you don't have to wait for that. If you're in this move, I mean, you can pretty much, as soon as this baby starts cooking, let me give you a good example. And the z-score, that when these outliers cook down in here to the bottom of the range, when the z-score log returns turns up, the returns oscillator, you got to look for the correlation though, which that was, there would be nothing to look at there. There is no correlation. Right here at the end of the move, these two candles, the returns oscillator turned up, but the correlation was negative. So this isn't like an RSI or anything like that, where people trade the direction of the damn thing. You do that with the returns oscillator, you're going to get wrecked real quick. Quick. You got to understand that price action's following the returns, but it doesn't necessarily have to, and that's why we correlate it. To understand if it is correlated to the move. And when it's not, be careful, don't take it. When it's heavily correlated, that's when you jump. Right? That's when you jump aboard.
Like the variance indicator we have, like on Wolfsbane or separately.
Yeah.
It's significantly correlated. It's going in that direction.
Oh, what beautiful.
When it's not, be careful. You should know your tendencies.
Let's see what this looks
just
like.
Just like volatility, it'll move the same way.
Where is my little... Hold on here. Get my cone up here into the first candle. Go to the weekly. Oh, you dirty dog, where are you?
Hello, dog.
Where are you, little shit? Okie dokie. Hold on here. Let's bring it all the way back. Boom. Now it should pop. There it is. And hold on here. Let's go to the all-time high. Whoop, one too many candles. There we go. Just see where we're at. Yeah, see, we've been on the downside of this 95.4. We rode it for a while. Got a little pop off of it, but then we definitely dumped down below, and we've been just, boom, Bitcoin just beating its head against the bottom side of the 95.4 Laplace. So once again, if you're drawing trend lines on this, be careful, man. Be careful. We got probabilities down here, right? The 99.7's down here at, holy shit, on the weekly. Yeah, it's $4,000 Bitcoin. Do I think that's going to happen? I absolutely do not think that's going to happen. But that's why we have the indicators we do, and we don't swing trade. So, yeah, man. Whoops. Let me see here. What's all this look like? And that volatility, man, on the weekly. We haven't even begun to see a move yet. So it's like, we know the volatility on the weekly's crushed. Pretty sure it's crushed on the monthly. Yeah. Starting to expand a little bit. But yeah, weekly, monthly, what do it look like on the daily? Daily's expanding, starting to slope negative. Alright. Turn off this now. Boop. This is beautiful price action up here. Okay. Let's see. Man, this returns oscillator is just hanging around the zero mean. No real big moves in it. Is there any hidden bull? I mean, there was a little bit right here. That's why we got this pop last few days. Is it setting up any bear div? No, man. None. Actually, no. None at all on the daily. Not at all in the daily. I mean, I'm looking at crypto charts and traditional market charts and shit. I feel more comfortable with crypto not dumping than I do with traditional markets, to be honest. We want to see that. We want to see that correlation break too. That's when you'll really see a move. If crypto can break the correlation with the traditional markets, which I'm sure it still is, yeah, we could see a good move in crypto. But right, got a black eye right now, and there's a bunch of bullshit being spewed by media about how awful crypto is. It's a fucking joke. These people don't even know. They're reading shit off a card. They couldn't even tell you what a blockchain was if they had a gun to their head. They don't get it. It is the future. And these people that are spitting all these lies about crypto, I fucking guarantee you they're buying.
Yep.
Guarantee it.
Just like they have before. Just like they have before. Whenever they FUD it, that's when they're definitely buying.
When they're buying.
Market open. Ding, ding, ding. Market open.
Why isn't my ding, ding, ding working, man? It's starting to make me mad.
I know.
It was for days. All of a sudden, it's just not working. I'm going to call Tastyworks and be like, yo, what's your problem?
Where's my ding, ding, ding?
There's a way you mute it and unmute it.
Yeah, but mine's not muted. Where at, though? Maybe I'm crazy. I know, you can go into the settings.
I don't know on that one. I turn mine off on TD Ameritrade because it drives me nuts. It wakes my house up.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? Because it's loud.
Reset. Order entry expected.
There we go. Rip it up.
Let me see here. I'm looking. There's my sound. No, I've got it. Enable sounds on. There's no mute. What's a problem here? Applications, charts. Reset the default watch list. Hey,
is the Chrome tab or whatever you're viewing it in, is that tab unmuted? Because like you can mute it and unmute the actual tab.
It's Tasty Trade, right?
Yeah, it's a desktop app.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the desktop app. It's under settings somewhere.
Yeah, and I just looked and it's not. I don't get it.
Well, I'll probably find it. I'll send a link to you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Moving up,
about.
Yeah.
Here comes Tesla roaring out from the depths. Tesla, pretty tight daily range. A little over $1. So, of course, it's going to fly again. Be careful right here. Everybody be careful. Because if you're trading these traditional markets, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see these things move to the top side and get everybody bearish and shit. Which I mean, this FOMC announcement and shit, I mean, I think all that's baked into the market already. Everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, he announces today, right? Isn't FOMC minutes today?
It was yesterday.
0.5. Raised at 0.5.
No, they raised it at half, right? I mean, I was in New York yesterday, but I mean, they raised it at half. But I thought he comes out. I thought they make a comment today on it too. Maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't know they made comments yesterday though. So
yeah,
they're always making comments.
Rip it up.
they're all yeah.
I bet they're buying crypto. I'll tell you what. Those guys at Tasty Trade, man, they're high on the hog on fucking Coinbase. They're really liking Coinbase. I asked Tom this morning, I'm long Coinbase. Like, okay, interesting. And he was bitching too about the same shit I was just bitching about. All these people lying about cryptocurrency and they don't even understand it. They're just reading shit off of a card. And, yeah, man, it's crazy. Crypto's safe as hell if you know what you're doing. Knock on wood. I've never had a problem. Never, because I double, triple, quadruple check my addresses when I'm sending crypto anywhere. I keep all my shit on a hardware wallet. I'm not that guy that's clicking every fucking link. I don't let people social engineer me. They try all the time. People are requesting my DMs all the time. And I'm just like, no thanks, Goofy. Unless I really know you, you're not getting in my DMs. So that's what people do, man. They befriend you. This could go on for months and months and months. It's like the age-old scam there's a guy, he's just moving town to town, living off people's cash. He'll move in, go to the neighbor, befriend him for a few weeks, and then come over one day. Oh, hey, man, my check's late. Hey, can I borrow $50? Oh, sure, I'll pay you back Friday. Okay, and you pay him back. Then a couple weeks later, like, hey, man, can I borrow a couple $100? I got to do this. Yeah. Oh, well, a guy paid me back last time. Sure, no problem. Yeah, you're cool. We're having beers together and shit. pays him back Friday. And that goes on. And then all of a sudden, one week he's like, oh man, I got to do this, that, or another. I need $5,000. He's like, could you loan it to me? In your head, you're like, oh yeah, man, sure, no problem. And boom, then he's gone. It's crazy, man. Yep.
Absolutely.
You never know out
Yeah,
there.
there goes.
And there are some real scumbag scammers in the crypto space. It has attracted a ton of them. Just because of the, they know everybody's your own bank. If they can manipulate you and letting you get into their inner space, you're fucked, man. They will take everything you got.
Especially because a lot of scammers are aware most people have no idea how to manage their stuff properly.
That's why the little catchword in crypto is, I got hacked. No, you didn't. No, you didn't get hacked. You got socially engineered. You clicked a link. You did something. It was your fault. You're in control of the security of your bank. You're the one that fucked up. Quit blaming it on somebody else. Because it's nobody's fault. And if you're your own bank, it's your fault. 100%.
Yeah. Like the Led Zeppelin song. Nobody's fault but mine.
Nobody's fault but mine. Right? So
yeah, look at that spot. It touched the weekly, and now, boom, right back down.
And let's see here this day. Yeah, here's a 68.3. The dollar bounced off the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. Had a good run. That thing opened up, bounced off the daily range. Boom. Came back. Boom. Bounced all the way up to that 4-hour candle. 95.4. Then pulled back. Got a couple rejections off the 4-hour top side, 68.3 right there. Boom, boom. And then flushed right down through the daily to the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. All distribution levels. All distribution levels. It's definitely something.
Yeah.
Anybody out there trading, I don't care what you're trading, you should learn about the distribution. You should learn about the VEPS, period. It's not like we're just talking about this shit for the hell of it. I mean, this stuff works. When you learn it, it works. It works real well. And you need to understand where the returns are in the distribution. Right? This is why people buy tops and sell bottoms. They get emotional. All right, oh no, it's going lower. JoJo on TV said this shit's crashing to zero. I got to sell everything at a 90% loss. It is ridiculous. There's some goofball in the whale Discord, which I've really never liked. I mean, I kind of befriended him a little bit because I am a nice guy. Anybody that met me, you want to remind me? I'm a nice guy. I mean, I'm the Kraken behind the keyboard. If I see somebody acting up, I crack on them. But I'm a good guy, and so. But this dude, he's selling whale. He bought a whale for $5,000, sold it to one of our associates, by the way. Is he even in here? No. So he sold it to Matt for fucking $290. I mean, what the fuck, man? And this I have never seen. I even mentioned it. Of course, nobody even commented at all. But I was like, the NFT space has some of the worst fucking traders I've ever seen in my life. I mean, period, the end, the worst traders. It's crazy. And these people are flipping these things like shit coins. It is for like $1. This dude the other day is flipping for like 50 cents a Solana. Hey man, my resources and my time are not worth that bullshit. It's crazy how much time these people waste. But, mom's basement, right? Mom's basement is coming into the equation. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
These are people that
a lot of people also in like third world countries for whom, like, if they make, $5 profit on a day, that's more than they would earn in a regular job for like a week. Like in some, a bunch of countries, like not even a joke, like a typical job. So if they make $5 or $10 on a flip, they're actually ecstatic about it. It's like, that's not helping.
I mean, that's true too.
Well,
I mean, there was some dickhead in the Discord crying yesterday about victim. Oh, third world country, these people are getting fucked, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the? Really? That's what you're focused on? You should focus on yourself. Build yourself up. Once you make it, lift the downtrodden. This is not fucking hard. But you're going to sit there and you're going to be a social justice warrior for the whole fucking world? What a waste of fucking time, in my opinion. It is so stupid, man. If you're so worried about it, Go out and help your fellow man. That's what I do. I don't donate to any charities, period, the end. When I'm out and about and I see somebody that really needs help, I'll help them, right? I see somebody sitting outside one of the pizza shops. They're broke down. You can just tell they're just devastated. Give them a $20 bill. Fucking lift their spirits. I don't care what they're going to go buy either. People are like, well, I'm just going to go buy them some food because they're just going to go buy liquor. Who gives a fuck? Maybe that liquor is their food. Who knows? Try to help people any way I can. Look at Tesla. Tesla's starting to rip, man. Back up to 159. Back up in my iron condor. That fucker was way outside of it. Now I'm back in. I bet my extrinsic value just popped like crazy too. Yes, it did. Yeah, bitch. Go! Oh, options is so fun. It really is. It's not like trading low time frame volatility. And, you know, you got all the regulations with options, too. You can't day trade the shit unless you're an accredited investor. And I think they moved up. I think they moved it up to like 50K or something. Did I hear that right? It was 25K. If you had 25K in a brokerage account, you could day trade options. But I'm pretty sure it got raised. I'm going to look into it. And our African crypto warlord's in here. I love when you're over there trolling Cool Beans. That guy, I really don't like him, man. I really don't. He's an arrogant motherfucker.
Well, he got to me today. Like
yeah, I know he did. Dude, I was laughing my ass off reading it.
You know exactly where that one came from.
Yeah, totally. I was like, oh, he's getting them. You got under his skin, too, man. Got all huffy.
Yeah, you try to be kind to the guy so that he can give you some ammo, and then you use it on him when he steps out of line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some funny people over there. But that's another good thing. Hey, if you're looking at anything in the NFT space, I'm telling you what, man, you better not fade Bubble Goose. Carl Jones is a beast. He came in with some alpha this morning. Should I read this? Let's read this. Let me load this up real quick. Let's see. Where were you? And literally, I went to bed at 11 o'clock. 11:08, Carl jumps in the chat. I'm like, what the fuck? I always miss this stuff. Let me see. Where are you, Carl?
Yeah. He always drops at the most unexpected times. It's just insane.
Yeah, he just pops in. Hello!
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, wanted to hit y'all with a quick update. So it looks like BGB is going to partner with Stupid Buddy, Seth Green's company. We were supposed to pitch to, what is that, Point Grey, Seth Rogen? So many Seths, he says, laughing. But after thinking about it, we think Stupid Buddy is a better fit, especially because they are deep in Web3 already and they make cartoons too. He's like, plus Seth Green is Carl's homie. They called my agent today expressing how much they love BGB. I'll give the rest of the alpha tomorrow when more people are in here. I mean, that's just great. That is fantastic news. Big time. The Bubble Goose Ballers, they're going to be on network TV. It's going to be funny as shit. If you like the Boondocks, this is going to be good too, man. I mean, Boondocks, you could even put something out like Boondocks today, right? That shit is edgy. You'd have every freak in the world complaining about it. Oh, called me. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just so stupid. When I was a kid, it was sticks and stones, break your bones, but words will never hurt me. I mean, that's how it still should be. People talk shit all the time. But you know what's funny? It's like, in the world, genuinely, human beings love each other. People try, and so the powers that be try to separate the people. That's how they control them. It's like, but inherently, I've been to a lot of places, dude, everybody's friendly to each other. It's like, it's so crazy. That's why I said earlier, I was like, life is a fucking scam. It's like, they've got humanity so twisted up. It's insane. We all should be getting along. And sticking it to them. Kind of like these Wall Street bets did to the fucking markets.
We all just get along.
Yeah, because we are powerful together. Good example, Wall Street bets, right? Not fucking all those crazy runs with fucking, help me here, with GameStop and fucking, what was the other one? The fucking movie theater. Whatever the hell it's called. But yeah. When the people come together, they got no chance. That's why they're trying so hard to separate everybody, especially in America. Look at all the bullshit going on. It's so ridiculous. It really is. And like where I work, I mean, it's like everybody. It's just a melting pot. It's like one of the biggest areas where a lot of immigrants came in. Right? There's a lot of Mexicans. There's a lot of people that are coming over. I talked to a woman yesterday. She's from the Congo. All of a sudden, this just popped out of the blue. The dollar store is right down the way, and I look down. Here comes these women. They got baskets. They're walking with baskets on their head full of their dollar store purchases and shit. And I'm like, where the fuck did? So I had to talk to him. Right? I'm like, where are you guys from? Congo. They're from the Congo. And I was like, oh, I bet it's beautiful there. And they were horrified. They were like, oh, we had to get out of there. It's awful. I was just like, wow. Well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah. Buy some pizza. Fuck the dollar store. Come buy some pizza. But no, beautiful people. Beautiful people. It's crazy, man. Humanity can get along. Humanity can get along. All right, all that shit said. So SPY's having trouble below the monthly. Man, Tesla ripped right back up. Right above its daily. All right, it was a tight daily. I'm going to have to see if that holds. I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt if Tesla rips back up. I mean, there was a lot of selling going on. A lot of people took profit. And and a lot of people are mad at Elon because of the stuff that's going on Twitter. Oh, what? Because he wants he wants free speech? Give me a fucking break. There should be free speech.
But that isn't free speech.
What is?
It's not about free speech. I mean, first of all, it's a centralized controlled asset. It's a centralized controlled company. Free speech is about limiting government. It has nothing to do with private communications on private communications networks.
Well, people should be able to say whatever they want. And before, Twitter was banning accounts for people that were opposing the narrative, and it's ridiculous.
Well, right. But it's not about. But free speech is about limiting government. It has nothing to do with what people say on private networks. Like literally, that's not what free speech is about. Right? Free speech is about what the government is not allowed to do.
It's one man's opinion.
Right? No. The First Amendment is not about your ability to speak on a private network. It's about the government's ability or lack thereof to limit what you can and cannot say to criticize the government. Right? So the government shouldn't be able to punish you for criticizing if that's what free speech is.
Well, but that translates down through the ranks, though, man. In my opinion.
I mean, but it's just
if somebody calls me a cocksucker, I'm like, oh well, thank you. I've never tried it, but hey, maybe it's good. I don't know.
Right.
Just kidding, obviously. Go Tesla! All right, what can we look at? This is what we do at Alpha Trading. We're usually half off the reservation, half in, talking about everything. I'm going to pop over here real quick. I want to see what div made this Tesla move pop. How do you know there's div? Well, because that's how the markets work, man. Bam. Here we go on the daily. Tesla Z-score log returns. Definitely bull div. Bull div right here. Boom. Tesla on the daily. And with this little move, Tesla's popping. It's back up above the zero mean on the returns oscillator. The first Fisher has popped up. DLP's losing steam. Let me see here. Bull div there too, with a move down to the 99% confidence interval. And this move got to what? The 90? So boom, and that's matching up right with the Z-score. Everything looks good. Tesla could pop here. Get back up in the range. That's right. What's Nike doing? Nike's down. Now I'm messing around with Nike. Now Nike's trying to bounce me out. Let's see. What about Adobe? I did that little earnings play. Man, it got crushed this morning. Holy shit. Adobe's down $8.43, 2.5% move. Nike's down 2.5%. Amazon 2.8%. I bet these things are going to pop. Coinbase down 3.46. Tom Sosnoff, I thought you said it was the bottom. The fuck you talking about? Maybe you should get some entropy indicators and shit, my friend. I love you, Tom. Love you, Bat. Great guys. They know their shit when it comes to options. If you haven't jumped down the options rabbit hole, you thought you were smart, and then you jump into the options rabbit hole, it will twist you in so many knots. It is a deep, deep rabbit hole, man. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. That's why I really respect those guys. They know a lot about options. Let's see. That's why. And he's buying shares of Coinbase. It's like, yeah, hey man, I agree. If this market turns around, I mean, hey, it's a big exchange. But right when you think they're legit, I mean, look at FTX. Who the fuck even, I mean, there was a little bit of rumblings, but who thought anything like that was going to happen? I mean, I didn't. I had no clue. Hell, I was trading on there for a while. Everybody knows that. I did quite well. Thank you, Sam Bankman, whatever the fuck your name is, Freed, scammer boy. I did really good on FTX. I mean, I was on that leaderboard for a while. Now it's gone. But that's why. And I don't know if anybody ever noticed. And I'm not tooting my fucking own horn. This shit's hard. But it's like, when I went on there and looked, I was the only single entity up there. Right? I think the highest I got was, I don't know, 19 or something on the P&L. But that's trading low time frame volatility. Low time frame volatility. And you could even see on there like how much my monthly, how much trading I was doing and stuff. I mean, it wasn't small potatoes. Thank God I got that money off FTX. Praise the Lord. Because that would have been a tragic nightmare. And then what? I'm going to sit here bitch about myself. Not your keys, not your crypto. But I did it just like that, man. I'd put my money on FTX back in the day. And I was leaving it on there because I was in so many damn trades. Which, that was a bad mistake. Bad mistake. That's why now I tell people, just get in the morning, get it off in the afternoon, man, when you're done trading. There's no reason to keep your money on those exchanges. I got lucky. A lot of people just lost a lot of money. Not a good thing. But yeah, it's just everybody else on that list though, dude, it's all hedge funds and shit, companies. So it takes hard work to learn this, but if you learn this trading system, man, the sky is your limit. The sky is your limit. There's no doubt about it. You can become a professional trader. In my opinion, if you're using traditional TA, good luck, man. There's some people out there that can make it work for themselves. I guarantee you, we have one thing in common. They have one thing in common with alpha trading, right? It's our our tenets. It's like, take your profit, limit your loss, don't be emotionally attached to your trade. This is your job, right? This is your job. You can't be emotionally attached to what you're doing. You're gonna just be a mess. So yeah. So if you are out there using that stuff, just follow those rules, man. Follow those rules. You can trade however you want. We have just found a system that gives you a little insight into what the algos are doing, because the algos are trading the VEPS. There's no doubt about it. We've proven it time after time after time. All you got to do is throw a distribution model up on low time frames and be like, what the hell? Be like, yeah, exactly. While you're drawing trend lines and shit and trading patterns, then you wonder why most patterns fail. High probability. Most of these patterns have such a low probability of working out, it's ridiculous. You got to look at the distribution. And most times when people are drawing trend lines, it's just a data set running on the bottom side of the 95.4 Laplace or on the bottom side of the 99.7 Laplace. And then everybody gets FOMO. They don't know the returns are at the top of the distribution, right? And that mean reversion is probably imminent, and they buy the top, right? Or the or the data sets at the bottom side of the distribution, right? And they don't understand. They're like, oh, I'm going to get in a short here. I'm going to sell the bottom. It's like, what the fuck? Or they're just selling all their assets off. Oh, it's going lower. It's like, well, there's a very, very, very low probability that's going to happen. But hey, do what you want. It's your money. So come on, Tesla. Let's see something here. Boom, boom. I definitely like the bull div. I wonder what this looks like on a 2-day. Bull div. Bull div on the 2-day. Yep, coming back from this point right here. And Z-score log returns. All right, on the 2-day. Just straight bull div. Straight bull div. DLP. Bunch of bull div. On the daily, or on the 2-day, volatility was pretty crushed. Starting to expand. Now this is the low length. Look at the APPs though. I mean, there's a lot of fucking seller exhaustion going on. Now it's significantly positively correlated. Actually, entropy's turning back up into randomness. So right there, I mean, now if this prediction model had flipped on the 2-day and it's starting to trend to the top side, that'd look a lot juicier. But when's this 2-day close? Let's see. Probably just got one. Yep, just got a 2-day. So it's a fresh 2-day candle. And I like the bull div. I don't like the correlation of it though. So we'll have to see what happens. Not the 3-day. Yep, bull div, bunch of bull div. Not on the DLP, but it's only on the returns oscillator. So 2-day and down, Z-score, DLP, and returns oscillator. 3-day, just the returns oscillator. But like I said, there's no bear div. No bear div setting up. No hidden bear, no nothing. Contracting volatility, positively correlated. Could hold this down, is what I can see. It could hold on this 3-day. Could hold Tesla in the 68.3 range, which is, let's see here. What are we at? Top side of it? Yes, we are. So we're talking about the 150 to 160 range. To be honest, boom. That's the 68.3 Laplace on the 3-day. It's a weekly looking like. There we go. Yeah, and the weekly, this weekly almost got down to the 95.4 Laplace. Right? Wouldn't be a bit surprised by Friday if this thing pulls back up in, and that is at 168.48. 168.48, and this thing is back in the 68.3 Laplace on the weekly. Then we got Tesla loaded up over here. This is the low length now, right? This is the low length. This is the 11 length reverse mean of log returns. We're having an intersection here with the 33 power mean though. It's getting ready to cross it up to the top side. And right here on the day, you can see Tesla already on the daily, almost ripped up, hit a 1 SD. God, is that right, man? Hold on here. Dun 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 dun. What? Wait a minute. Am I on? I'm on the daily. Tesla, NASDAQ. Boom, boom. What is happening? What is happening? Here's Tesla. Let me see here, man. What the fuck? Did we get a wick I'm not seeing? Oh, there it is. Crazy. Yeah, that's it. It threw me off because the 68.3 Laplace is down here. There's the 1 SD. It was hidden. It was hidden under that. So that green cross line, that's a support level for Tesla's monthly range. Is it the S1? I'm pretty sure it is. Where are you at? Yeah, remember Tesla's weekly's up there at almost 200, or monthly. Bottom side 197, top side 201. So yeah, that is Tesla's S1 right there, right by the first standard deviation on the daily. It's a little blue cross right there. That's why I'm looking here and I'm like, why is that not looking correct? But it is. It was hid. It's hid from me. So yeah, I almost did a 1 SD move, pulled back from there. 95.4 Laplace today would be 166, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I had a nice little pump on that market open, like 3 or 4%. Before it came.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. You took the profits there.
And now it's right back down on the S2 on the weekly. That's a green dotted line right there. And like I said, look at how tight Tesla's weekly range was. Real tight. So is this thing going to trend coming into the new week? This is why we love this. Did it start immediately? Hell yeah, it did. Look at that dump. A lot of trend so far. Would make sense to me. We're down here at this weekly support level. This thing trend right back up to the top side. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There is a lot of bull div. Oh, I hear my wolf out there barking at something. What's he barking at? In the dollar, we talked about the dollar having its tight weekly range. Has it been trending this week? Hell yeah, it has. Started out. There it is right there. Started out, big dump, right? Vroom. Big dump to the downside. Went sideways for a little while, then we had a nice little pump. Now a dump, right? Right back into its daily range. Did not get below, or yeah, bounced right off the top side of its 68.3. And now with the daily range being above the top side of that 68.3 Laplace range, dollar probably saw its bottom for the day. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. I mean, if anything, maybe this weekly, the S2 down here at 103.25. But if this dollar is going to show strength, right, especially risky, which crypto right now, crypto's going to dump. But look at SPY. SPY is not happy. The minis now are below their center of their monthly range. In the minis, man, the minis are set up to just skyrocket. You got the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, all in the correct order. And you got that tight, and it's not tight though, man. That's why those E-minis. Wow. Some good moves though, I'll tell you that. Everybody's talking about it too. They're doing the intraday options on all this. Good for them, man. Like if you're not a accredited investor, I think 4 is the limit. You can have 4 day trades within a 5-day period, something like that. During the week, you only have 4 of them. Holy crap, that hour went fast. That's good. We were talking about everything under the sun. VIX up 6%. VIX up 6%. Let's take a look at VIX. Yeah, pop it over here. I want to turn everything off though. I just want to see. Boom. Whoops. Turn that baby off. Yeah, I mean, look at the VIX. Kind of been hammering around in this area, like 25 down to like 19, right? For the last, I don't know, since the beginning of November. It's the beginning of November. What do we got? The power mean right there. Okay. Interesting. Where's Dixie at? Let's turn on. Now this, I do want these reverse means. What is that? The 11? Where's the 30? Oof. So yeah, the dollar was starting to drop below these reverse mean of log returns. Man, it opened up the daily today above them. Yes, it did. What's a power mean at? 106? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see the strength in the dollar, to be honest. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Tesla giving all that move up. Now it's right back at the top side of its 68.3. But yeah, everything. I mean, we're bleeding. Traditional markets are a bleeding. What is leading the way? Netflix down almost 7%. Wow. And Coinbase down 5%. All right. Well, Tom, you still buying? Probably. Add on, man. Add on. You know what? Let's pull that up. Let's pull up Coinbase. See exactly what's going on here. Is this a daily? Oh, scissor time. That don't look good. That don't look like a bottom yet. That's what I'm talking about. Where's this at on the weekly? Maybe this will change my mind. Yeah, that's never good. Get a wick. You get a wick right up to the, is that the 30? The, whoops, that was a power mean. No, that's the 11. Okay, so we're above the 30 length. But it's definitely been rejecting off the 11 length. Boom. I mean, look at that. Rejects off the 11 length, come down, bounces off the 30 length, pulls back up, down again, right? Now we're beating its head up here on the 11 again. Sent a wick all the way. Look, this is the new daily on this weekly, Coinbase ripped right to the first standard deviation. Think the algos are trading this? I mean, right to it. That's that little blue dot right there. And rejected hard. Rejected hard. What's the 1SD, the downside? 33? So that's what we're looking for, right? Where's a good entry here? Coinbase. I'll tell you where the good entry is. Low time frame volatility, man. If you could trade these intraday options, good stuff. And it was good to see, like I found out yesterday, Tastyworks has all, I didn't realize they had all the CME products. So you can trade options on Bitcoin futures and ETH futures. I got in there though. Jesus, man, it's brutal. There's no liquidity, man. There's no liquidity. Why in God's name can't we trade on Durabit? That's my question. And did you guys see the announcement Durabit put out? Their transparency? They made everything about their exchange transparent. That they showed all their accounts. Everything's backed 1-to-1. They're liquid. They're very liquid. I always loved that exchange. Always loved it. Let me see here.
What do they do spot? I forget.
What's that?
Does the Rivet do spot, or is it just option?
No, you can trade futures. They got futures and options, which you have to, because that's how, smart options traders, that's what you're using the futures for to begin with, is to hedge those options positions. That's why the futures market goes fucking berserk around the expirations. All these big options traders trying to get their shit together. So yeah, they do. That's where I made a shitload of ETH. Then flipped all that ETH into Cardano. Then bought a bunch of fucking magical JPEGs. Recently I got out of all the Cardano JPEGs. Actually had a profit. Took a while. Pretty crazy. Pretty freaking crazy, man. Let me see here. We got any Alpha Voice? Oh, look, there's Matt. Stole that whale yesterday. Can you talk? You're on a conference call.
Yeah, man.
So, do you see how much he paid for that whale? He paid $5,000 for that whale.
Yeah, I saw you ribbing him.
Not even ripped. It didn't even call him out. I was just like, oof. What the fuck? That's a massive loss. Why? I just don't understand, man. I don't understand.
That was Grizzly's whale. He was wanting that whale.
Badly. Yeah, he was wanting it. He definitely was. This is what I don't understand, man. It's like, what the fuck, man? These people just got money to waste. Especially in these WAGMI Beach projects. You got to be insane to be selling the bottom on this shit. If anything, you should be accumulating. There's so much.
People get addicted to going into other projects and stuff. So if their liquidity's locked up somewhere, they just let it go.
What good's $290 going to do? Really, that's just stupid in my opinion. What the fuck, man? You buy something for $5,000 and just hold it, and then sell it. That kind of a loss, and have a straight look on your face. God, you got to be puking inside.
Yeah,
it's already this low. Just like if it goes to zero, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's like, come on, shit. If it goes to zero, buy it at zero. Give me those free JPEGs.
It's 3.5, 2K. Yeah, if you got out and you get back in, sure. But it would be very, very hard if you got out all of your whales and you didn't have access to the Discord. So you wouldn't know what's going on. But yeah, if you got a 2K, you would have got 10 whales now. It's the tough one, though. The tough one.
Yeah.
Well, it's emblematic too of these markets that we trade, crypto and traditional markets. People buy tops and sell bottoms. It's just what they do.
That is what they do, my friend. It's insanity too, man.
They provide liquidity to the markets.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. We talk about that all the time.
That's the professional way to say it.
That's why
involuntary liquidity providers.
That's why people don't understand what we're doing here. I don't know what they think. It's just like, look, you're liquidity on the other side of our trades. Why in God's name would we even be trying to help you? If anything, we should be being quiet about this. We're just sick and tired of seeing retail traders losing money. We're giving people an opportunity to learn this. There's nobody else teaching this shit. So, I don't know, man. At some point, people are going to have to realize, hey, man, maybe those guys at Alpha Trading are good guys. Maybe they are trying to help people. Oh, you think? You think? Especially when it's like, why would we be doing it? For God's sakes, we love your liquidity. Guarantee you, when you lose a trade, there's an algo or one of us on the other side of it. Whoever's looking at the distribution. understands the divergence between price action and returns, understands the variance. Variance is one of the more simple things to understand in what we do. It's so cut and dry, it's ridiculous. That indicator's so easy to set up and start to use. I mean, I could teach my nephew how to use it.
Yeah.
All it is, it's showing you the spread of data around the mean, and when it's having an outlier, you know immediately this is going to be a good scalp. Let's get in on it. Boom, take your profit. Take your profit. When that entropy, especially if the entropy goes back in the trend, or if the entropy is trending during that outlying move, it's so easy.
Right.
It's so easy to get out with literally it. You might not get 100% of the profit at the top, but you gotta wait. I mean, you can go on gut. Just take your profit. Just have a number in your head. It doesn't have to be a big scalp, but if you want to get all that juicy and you know how to read the entropy and the variance itself, it's a no-brainer. You can at least get 90% of that profit.
I mean, for example, Tesla, right, today on the 15-minute, as soon as market opened, variance was rising, significantly correlated to the upside. Price went up, and also entropy was beginning to have a little trending move, positively correlated. What did it do? The price action hit the third RMLR to the upside, and on the next candle, even though it was a bit of a down candle, it did tag up again to hit both the RMLR to the upside, the third standard deviation bands. And that right there, I mean, that was your 1 and 2 calls to take profit on 3 or 4% profit on 15 minutes of trading.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to be a rocket scientist to know, okay, it's very likely going to try to do some mean reversion now. And even if it goes up higher a little bit now, you're still in a better position. If you took profit at the top there, let it go back down, almost back down to the power mean, almost completing the power mean reversion.
Yep.
And then, it's trying to move up again now. But like, very simple 3 indicator strategy right there. Just your variance, your power, your RMLR and your entropy. That right there. And there was plenty of other indications too that you could use, right? You could use the RO, you could see that it was correlated, you could use whatever. But just those 3, variance, like you said, is so powerful when it's significantly correlated to the upside. Take the move. Just take it. It's going to go up. It doesn't not go up when it's positively correlated to the upside.
Yesterday, pre-market, ripped to the top side, bearish candles all the way down. Today, ripped to the downside, bam, immediate big bullish candle. Wham, wham, wham.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Likey. Me likey.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like these tools may look complicated the first few times you look at them, or even the first few weeks or a month that you look at them. But after a while, especially if you understand and you put in the time to learn what they do and to ask us how these things work, or to ask anybody in the Discord how they work, they're not that complicated, right? Our guys make them really as easy as possible to use. And that's because they know that we need to use them to actually trade low time frame volatility and not sit there and pontificate for hours at a time. What is this possibly going to do? No, we need to know what is it actually going to do now and the next candle.
Yeah.
With a very high degree of certainty and a very low degree of uncertainty. We need to know what the probabilities are going to do.
Yep. And here's it on the 33. You've got this down move at the end of yesterday. Look at the log return z-score. So if you're not understanding divergence, I'm telling you, look, the z-score and log returns is moving to the top side. Price action is moving to the downside. At some point, that div will play out. And boom. Sure did. Sure did. Hell, it was even on the Fishers. Fishers had div.
Yeah.
Right? Where returns oscillator didn't even have the div. Hell, it was z-score, log returns, Fisher, DLP. Goodness gracious. Lovely.
Yeah, the returns are just indicating to you where the price action is going to follow to. That's literally what the oscillator was doing. It wasn't diving. It was no div on it, like you said.
Yeah. And how?
But the Z-score, very powerful.
329. Woo! Adobe getting crushed. Bottom side of my condor there was at 330. So now that fucker. Now Tesla's back up in. Adobe's out. Gotta love options. Nike's hanging in there. Let's go. That's what's great though. I'm just gonna let these things play out. Let this data set fly around. That's what's great about defined risk strategies. You know your risk going in. If you can't handle the risk, right? The heat, get out of the damn kitchen.
Yeah.
That's how options works, man. You go in, you already know your risk. And it's not a lot. It's usually not a lot. Hell, those three, I think those three options trades all together, I think the risk was only like $750. Profit was about, I think, between the three, like 1,000 or something. But that's what's great about options. I mean, you want to build a portfolio, right? You don't want to go big on any single trade. You want to spread it all out. You want to get into a bunch of different ones. Try to balance out those fucking Greeks, which talk about a rabbit hole. Jump into the Greeks.
Pretty much.
And people are like, oh, I don't need the Greeks. Yeah, you do. You really do.
Yeah.
You need to know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
So let's see.
And they can move, and they can be quite complicated.
Oh my. Yeah, look at Adobe just getting wrecked. Jesus. Let's see here. What's that? The 33? Yeah, setting up some bull. Yeah, only on the returns oscillator. That interesting. Go to the 4 hour here on Adobe. What are we working here, buddy? Starting to set up a little bit of hidden bull div. Fishers are cranking down though. Random price action. Had a little bit of trend yesterday at that market open. Screamed to the top side, been down ever since. But it literally, so on the 4 hour on Adobe, you can see, I mean, it pre-market gap down below the 95 for Laplace. Where's that at? About 332, 332.07. There's a 95.4% chance on this 4 hour candle that's where Adobe closes. So we'll see. See what happens. A few bucks up. Because, I mean, the thing got crushed early. Jesus, man. Down 3.2%, $10. But yeah, like Netflix, 7.5. Shit. Other than that, though.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Yeah.
Day of mixed movements on the markets.
See what the daily's telling us here on Adobe.
Yeah.
Fisher. Bands on the Fisher are tight. Bands on the Fisher are tight. What's the volatility doing?
Remember that green day we had the other day across the market? Today is quite the opposite.
Yeah. Bleeding.
Traditional.
Bleeding. Tesla. Them Tesla bulls are trying. Yes, they are. Well, let's see. What time is it? 10:15. What?
Well, I mean, it's down also, like 50% or something from the last year. So it's not like it hasn't had its share of down. Therefore, when things go down far enough and the selling gets exhausted, well,
yeah,
sometimes you have a little movement up.
Yes.
Quite natural.
See Adobe on a weekly. Wow, man. Variance is so low. Whee! Holy smoke. And I mean, there was a little bit of bear. There was the bear div sent this thing reeling on the weekly. Jesus. Volatility on Adobe is crashed on the weekly. El crashowed. Just look like on a monthly. Am I even going to get? Yeah, coming out of trend. Look at that from all-time highs. Where was Adobe? Up there about $700. Hello. Wake up. But look at the Fishers on the monthly, man. They're really low on the range here. A couple of them are turned up. 3 of them? 3 of them are turned up. And, I mean, massive bull div on the monthly. Massive bull div about Tesla. I'm not even going to get enough history. I've got, yep. Yeah, got a little bit. Yeah, there's some bull div setting up. That Adobe chart looks a lot better. But again, Tesla on the monthly. Volatility percentile crushed. And so is grade, right? So is grade. So if you can nail down the correlation here, I mean, look, let's just pretend like it's a 1 minute chart. If you can nail down the correlation when you see a read like this, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer trade. This thing's going to move, my opinion, probably back up, man. Probably back up. Look at the monthly Z-score. Vlog returns. This thing's ready to make a run again. Yeah. All the markets, they're going to get everybody all bearish and just jack all these. They're going to jack these bears so hard. I see it coming. I see it coming. The bears are going to get jacked.
Yeah, there's a lot of downward talk, right? Like, oh, the rally's over and this and that, or we're just beginning. It's like,
that's when you
honestly,
buy.
who cares? Who cares? It's completely irrelevant. But like, people are gonna get wrecked in both directions because they're gonna try to follow lagging signal, lagging information, instead of actually looking at the relevant probabilities of the current time frame that they're trading, and the current candle and the next one. Like, they have just no idea.
Right. None.
Like the 1 minute, like you just mentioned, like if you know how to trade the 1 minute, for example, or if you know how to trade any time frame with the VEPS, like Bitcoin, whatever, just whack down to the third RMLR down. What did it do? Walked right back up. Completed a nice little mean reversion there.
See, this is such a good trade. Look how this worked out. So these green lines right here, right? This is my Adobe. This is my range on my Iron Condor. Right? This is all profit, right? Depending on probably, this is weekly too. When's this? I think it's got about 8 days left. I didn't want to go when I put the trade on. There was only 3 days from today, right? Close. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to push it out a little bit. But this is the range. And why did I set it up using this, right? Using the RMLR and the power mean, right? I was like, if this thing moves to the top side, there is a very high probability. Not only is that the weekly 1SD, the 33 power means right there. And if it does kick up to the top side, which it did, and started threatening my trade, boop, pulled right back. Dead in the middle. It's a beautiful trade right now. Absolutely beautiful trade. Did I run? Let me see Nike. I thought I put... Didn't I put some... maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Is it just on that? Huh, that's interesting. I thought I put some ranges on all those charts. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, that was another thing too on Nike. Look, man, it pumped up. It was threatening me to the top side there. Rip, pulled right back. That's the weekly 1SD. Right? This is what we're trying to tell people. The algos love the distribution. That's why you get wicks like this. It's all probabilities. All probabilities. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, anybody got anything to add? Speak up. P-Funk's coming in hot.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just in and out. I'm setting up, man. I'm flipping around some of these minis.
Right.
I was upside down pretty good. Trade these NASDAQ minis. They crushed this market pretty hard here, man.
Yeah, they came in hot, didn't they?
Look at this. They took it all the way down to the S2 here this morning on the NASDAQs. I bought a buy bottom right down there. Like
yeah, here, let me pull them fuckers up real quick. There they are. Woo! They did. They smashed the NASDAQ. But NASDAQ was fucking crushing to the top. I mean, it's been all over the place.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more volatility in the NASDAQ minis than the SPY, for sure.
They're vicious. I don't know. They're vicious. But I got to tell you, like 11,708, maybe if they could get back up there. I bought them around 11,548, so I'm a little bit in the money here.
Yeah,
we'll see.
No, that's good.
It also looking maybe 11,493 on a monthly too.
Let's take a peek here. Let's look at these intraday time frames. I bet you there's going to be some bull div. Yep, there is. Not really. Well, it's still trending too. It's still trending the top side, contracting volatility. But that's a 4 hour. Let's start dropping down here. See what that 4 hour has in store. At some point here, we're going to see some bull div. Yep, here it is. Got some bull div on the 90. And the Z-score log returns is deep. And look at the trend. Look at the trend on the 90. It's at the deviation band. Negatively correlated. So volatility contracts here. And, I mean, literally, on the daily, 99.7. I mean, sent a wick right to it. Boop! Sent it right to it on that 90-minute candle. So, yeah, there's a high probability right now for this thing to pull to about at least 11,608 by the close of this 90-minute candle in whatever, 16 and a half minutes. Be a nice little quick move up. We'll see what happens. What's a 45 doing? Variance is having an outlier on the 45. There is some bull div. Bet the fit, yeah. I don't know, man.
Again with you.
I don't know. But on the 45, Jesus. 45 is expanding, negatively correlated. Trying to find you some hope here.
I know. I'm trying to find some hope. Well, I don't, and pushing out, looking at them on a longer term, on a daily. I mean, it broke through. It's just now bringing through my RWT and my power mean to the downside. So maybe overall, it's not, you know. I don't know. This rally's been a quick rally, and then they spiked it 2 days ago while I was here. I see they got all these things like ripped up, and then the announcement came out, and here we are, right back down.
Right.
Yeah, the market doesn't like when unemployment numbers go down.
Yeah.
What? More people are working? That's bad for prices. Wait, why?
Right.
I don't care what they say. There's inflation rampant everywhere. I don't care. It's really bad. $24 for a pack of smokes in New York.
Dude, I didn't even know. I was somewhere the other day, and I looked at it was on the front door of this little place I was getting gas. Pack of cigarettes, $8. I was like, what the fuck? How are these people doing this?
Importing them from some other place.
I mean, hell, that used to be a case.
I know.
Right.
Dude.
That used to be the case. That's true. Late 80s or something.
Paying $8 for a pack of the toes of death.
I'm glad I don't smoke.
Yeah. No kidding. No kidding.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I lived in New York City, I'd quit smoking tomorrow because there's no way I'm paying $24 for a pack of smokes.
That's insane, man.
Yeah,
Jesus,
my buddy
20...
chews tobacco, and I think his tin of tobacco was 16. Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
Yeah, like a Copenhagen, or I think he chews Copenhagen. I think it was $16.
It's $1 a dip. Fuck.
Yeah, $1. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It's about that many in there.
Slice of meat is $5-6 too.
Yeah.
Dude, $24 a pack for smokes is $1.20. Like $1.20 for a cigarette. That's crazy.
That's really crazy. I pay $8 a pack here in Detroit.
How much tobacco is in a pack of cigarettes, gram wise?
I don't know.
75 grams, 100 grams, something like that. No, not even 70. What am I talking about?
Just wonder. It's almost fucking cheaper to buy weed.
Yeah. Well, it's usually cheaper to buy rolling tobacco. You know, like a pack of just tobacco.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what my father used to do.
Get some good, clean American Spirit tobacco and roll your own.
Yeah, plus you end up smoking less of them anyway because you have to roll each time, you know?
Right.
So it takes you time.
Yeah.
But then it takes you more time to smoke one. So but that's kind of, you know, a benefit in a way.
For sure.
I see you guys had a nice rally in this Bitcoin, man, when it hit to 18,000, huh?
Yeah.
It did, and then it came right back down when all the yahoos were saying, "Oh, it's back up in the bull. It's back up in the bull." Like, watch it go down now. Like I was telling everybody, like, dude, it's riding out beyond the third Laplace distribution on the PB2 from the pump. It's gonna come down. You got an extra candle or two, because yay, but like it came right back down. You know, pretty much it just shot up and boom, it came back down. Very nicely.
Still a nice move, though, man. You know,
oh yeah, very nice move. More than $1,000, like $1,300, $1,500 in a day in terms of price. It went from like 16.9 up to like 18.3, 18.4, something like that. I mean, that's some good juice, right? That's some good returns. But I mean, what did it do? It banged up, hit through one of the 3 RMLR bands. And gee, what a surprise! And it passed the third Laplace on one of the 4-hour candles on the same one that it banged through, or came real close to the third Laplace, passed the third standard deviation, came right back down, and then just started walking down on the direction predictors saying this thing's going down. I mean, it was all over the place saying, drop this thing. And everybody else today, this morning, all the moon boys were saying, oh, the thing's gonna rip up now. Really? Like, well, you still got time before it does that. Like, it doesn't mean you should give away the trades to the downside.
Right.
But
this is a 4-hour. Oh, I guess this is a 6-hour I put up. I didn't know that, but I don't know if I have it off the right cone or off the right.
It looks good. It looks like a fine. That's a fine candle to put it on. Sure, it's a reversal candle from a low. It's a reverse. Like it ended up higher than the the high of the lowest candle of the data set you're looking at. So that is a valid candle.
Nice.
Put it on. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And you see, look where it hit right there.
I know, you see where it hit. It's perfect. That I do see. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice. And that's without drift on too. That's on. Oh, that's a 6 hour.
I don't have drift on it. Yeah. Look
Yeah,
at this.
I like
this is
anything
crazy.
4 hours higher, I like to put drift on usually. But under 4 hour, I don't put drift usually.
Under 4 hours, don't put drift.
Not normally, nah. Anything
Yeah.
above 4 hour or higher, I tend to put drift because the markets tend to drift upwards. Most of the time.
Yeah.
And so I like to see. And by the way,
that.
the projection bosses aren't always drifting up. They're very often drifting down, right? But
Right.
they tend to be drift. That's why I put it on.
Nice. I'm glad you told me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it. You can use a drift on any time frame, but I generally find that it's
Shit.
perfectly fine to not use drift on anything under 4 hours because I'm looking for faster trades than that. So like when I'm using it on the 1 minute or the 3 minute or the whatever minute,
Yeah.
I don't usually use
minute.
drift. But on
Do
higher
you-
time, let's see what.
Do you use the cones on? Do you use the cones on lower time frames?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I use it on the 1 minute. Heck yeah, I use it on the 1 minute for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
Dude, how
Dude,
do I
yeah.
know how to get in and get out? How do I know how to get in and get out with the RMLRs and all that and the VRE targets? Because the projection boss also telling me the distribution is hitting you on the lower time frames that you're on. The distribution is now, the returns have hit this distribution point, or they're looking at the next one or whatever. So I know I'm not going to be greedy. If it makes 1 or 2 standard deviation moves or Laplace distribution moves, I'm good. I don't need to be greedy.
No, I appreciate you telling me that. I would have never. I've never
Yeah,
used it on
totally.
the lower one.
Well, because now that you can just literally click and drag the thing,
Yeah.
it makes it so much more practical on a 1 minute that I just, sure, I use them on there all the time. I mean, I did before too, but it just took a bit more time. But now it's just like I can shift them around real easy. And they're fun.
Great. I want to start line at. So it gives you a start time too. Wait a minute. Like a PBC.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
You can set a calendar or.
Why that's not showing up? Huh. Yeah, I just put it on a 1 minute, and I can't get it to go. Are
you on the one?
Yeah, I'm on a 1 minute on the NASDAQ Mini, and I'm wondering what is it? What day am I starting it on? Today's date is the.
You also have to have your forecast set back a bit. If that's the chart you just posted with the break between the.
I got it. Yep. No, I just figured it out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, I got stopped out of that one. Look at these, man. 520 on these done minis. Shit. Now the next target's looking 493 for a monthly. That's all right. That's why you keep tight stops, man. Know how to take a loss. I know how to take a profit because I was long a lot of them. I got out for a little bit of money, but I just know how to take a loss.
Yeah, man. Whenever you're.
Yeah. You're wrong.
Whenever you're wrong, just get out fast.
Yeah, that's the key to it all, man.
Out or whatever. I don't put in stops into the exchange because even though everybody makes fun of that, the one good thing that that lady from Alameda was saying about the way she traded, even though she said some pretty silly things in previous interviews, but the one actually not unintelligent thing she said in an interview she did, which has been going around, was that she doesn't use stop losses. And all the traditional TA guys were all ripping on her for that. I'm like, yeah, you're all just telling me how much you don't know how to trade. Like, yeah, she lost billions because she's a horrible trader, but not using stops is actually correct. And even though they're the exchange,
I would agree with you.
Even though they're
out, they had them on purpose.
Yes,
I did. I know it.
And she was a hedge fund manager, connected directly to the exchange that was, that she was, doing the back and forth thing with the money. So so they had a weird setup, but they were just making bad trades, and so no wonder they were losing money. But when she said that they don't use stop losses before they ran this FTX thing, they worked at Jane, right?
Yeah, Jane Street. Yeah.
Yeah, so they knew not to run stop losses. They knew that from there. They didn't randomly decide not to use stop losses. The reason she got to be the CEO of Alameda, other than her personal connection with the guy who started FTX, was because she, at Jane, proved to be not a completely incompetent person, just like he did. And that's why he decided that he could, do his own thing on FTX. And then they were like, oh, we can scam the market with classic, centralized corruption things. But like, not using stops is definitely. I mean, you should know what your stop is, so you get out of it. You mark it out.
That's what I do. I know what my stop is.
Yeah, exactly. You know what your stop is, and you get out.
Yeah. You got to, man, because if you don't, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. But if you do put them on the exchange, they will come out. Like you just said, you used to hunt. I
hunted them on purpose, and if the order was big enough, I could move the market. So if somebody had a big enough stop order in it, I could actually crush it down to that point to purposely set it off to fill the short.
By the way, I want everyone who's listening to. I'm gonna have to make a clip of that, man. Like literally everyone watching this on YouTube, you literally just heard it from a guy who did this on Wall Street. Used to hunt stops, and he's telling you that's what they do, but you're still going to put in a stop loss on your TA trade. Why? Stop doing that. And the people do it. They just keep doing it. It's crazy.
They do it left and right. And if the order is big, like I said, and if the order is big enough and worthwhile enough, they can.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and in an unregulated market like crypto, where you got these bucket shops that have literally, you got traders working on desks within the exchange with all the inside info, and they're trading against their own clients. You think they don't do that? Of course they do that.
That's what amazes me about. Like, talk about making bad trades, because the FTX was completely unregulated. So how the hell you had to have been a bad trader?
Yes, and they were pumping.
If you lost money making markets at FTX in this with no rules, then you obviously didn't know what the fuck.
Well, did you see that? What was it? It was like he lost like 500,000 or 500, some outrageous amount of money on a single trade, and then he looks at the screen. He's like, "Wait, I'm in the wrong asset." He's trading not even the right asset. He didn't even know what he was trading. So like, okay, maybe he was a decent quant or whatever, or trader at Jane, but obviously that didn't translate well when he moved over to FTX, because he was more concerned about whatever the hell he was concerned about, not running a legit system. But yeah, like running stops is it's just how you bleed yourself to death. That's literally what that is. It's a way to bleed yourself to death.
No, I agree with you, man.
For sure.
I don't get it. So, anyways.
No, well, it's a safety mechanism for people who lack confidence.
Yeah,
it's mental, and because people don't have confidence in their trades because they're using horrible information, they're using lagging information, so they're going to get wrecked, and they know the preponderance of the time they're going to lose their trades. Therefore, they put in a stop loss to feel like they got their whatever it is, their training wheels on or something. So if they fall over, it's not going to be too bad of a fall. That's pretty much all that is.
So right at the beginning of the stream, literally when the dollar was down here testing the bottom side of or top side of the 68.3 Laplace, I immediately said, but this thing's probably going to trend right back to the weekly range. I mean, during this stream, trying. Yeah. This is the daily R2 though. There's the daily R3 and 4 weekly range right in between them. Well, I wouldn't have been shocked if this thing would have ran back up here to like that 105 area. Still could.
It's moved a whole penny, right? 103.54 to 104.54.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That's a big move.
Yeah. The buck.
That's for that. That's a big move.
Yes, sir. It's a cooking.
I bounced it off of my Laplace. Right there at 9:15, right when you talked about that.
That's a big reason why these minis are fucking crashing too, man. That dollar just whoop, minis whoop, whoop.
Damn it! I gotta put this up and monitor it better.
Zippity doo da, zippity a. My what a wonderful day. Well, what do you guys think? Should we wrap this sucker up? It was a good stream. Had all kinds of good stuff.
You guys back or me back?
I mean, showed a little bit of JPEG love. Quick links. Woo! Bubble goose. Oh, let's get off that.
Are you getting any kind of rebound in those bubble gooses?
About to. The production company's been signed. Seth Green's. What's it called? Stupid something. Yeah, Bubble Goose TV is going to be on network. And it's at the bottom right now. You can literally buy a Bubble Goose right now for about 4.5 SOL, which is $70 maybe. It's ridiculous. because this thing is gonna rip. I can't buy enough of them. Fuck, man, I woke up, the floor pumped a whole soul. I was like, you son bitches. Well, in the middle of the night, he came in with that alpha about signing that production company, and fucking people bought up the floor. Not a bunch, but I think I'm going to buy a few more here as soon as we get off. Fuck it, I could do an on stream. Hey, let's trade online. Ooh, I like that one too, man. Damn, somebody dropped that down to 4.69.
This is not trading advice.
This is JPEG
Alpha
DJs.
trading just went off the rails.
You just click on one of those and you buy, and that's it. It's that simple.
Woo! Yeah.
You gotta have
control in your wallet.
Yeah, long
Ooh,
there.
the clock connected to it. Okay.
That's a clean little cutie right there.
Or you can just throw it on a credit card too.
Oh, now we're getting into full DGen
How much are
status.
you paying for one of these?
Like $70.
You're
Like
4.28. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So when you get this, when you buy, like, say, the one you're looking at, that Bubble Goose ball, or that, I don't know, whichever one you're clicking on there.
Yep.
Do you get something else with it other than that picture?
Well,
Yeah, you get the satisfaction of knowing that you have a magical picture.
yeah, but think of this as a stock certificate. That's how I try to
Okay.
explain to people who don't know what an NFT is. That's all you're buying into the company. You're buying a JPEG. This represents a position in that company. For sure.
But I thought you guys said that these things have
But they're not fungible.
No, like it comes with it gets you tickets, or it has a function.
Yeah, well, it depends on, each project has its own purpose and functionality.
Right.
So,
Well, here's how this
some
project
some
and
are
the
more
whales.
obvious or maybe better than others.
The Whale's going to have a TV show too. I think it's probably going to be just as good.
There's
You have the IP rights. If your NFT makes it onto the TV show, you're going to get royalties.
Oh, really? Oh, no shit.
Yes.
So if one of these pictures you buy here makes it on a TV show, you're gonna get paid.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
100%, man.
Huh.
It's a no-brainer.
Okay. I thought you guys were saying a while back that when you buy one of these, sometimes they'll come with tickets to a show, or it'll get you.
Catalina.
The Whales.
The Whales,
have
man.
the VIP pass and stuff. Like there's some other things over there that they do. It's a little
I just-
different. But like Yasha said, every project's different. So you got to learn about the project and what they do. And
Bro, I just
and-
got some great returns off the Whales going to Miami without selling a fucking single whale. I mean, I don't know if you know how much bottle service costs in Miami at the Fontainebleau, but I saw probably how many fucking bottles of fucking booze did you see delivered to our cabana? I mean, fucking 20 at least.
They spend a pretty good amount of money on food and beverages for
dude.
our crew.
I didn't pay for shit.
Because you had a whale, like NFT or whatever.
Because we had a certain amount, like we were,
Podfathers.
they call them podfathers if you have 10 of them, and then so you get extra benefits for being that level.
Nice.
Mhm.
The more you invest, basically, the more benefits
Gotcha.
you get. Project.
Cool, man.
There's the one by Warner Brothers, the Stickman toys. They often give out tickets to concerts and stuff, to different groups or festivals, things like that. Or there's another one, Frenzy Ducks, where you get like a rev share from some light production company that sells, some number of millions of dollars worth of light shows that they do every year, or they give you a rev share on their donuts that they have custom made by some bakery. So every project has its own kind of benefit. There's one that does something with dolphins. There's a whole bunch of different.
Very cool.
No shortage of
Okay.
interesting
I'm gonna say
financial schemes for how they offer value to the holders, basically. But effectively, the tokens themselves are what they call non-fungible. However, they certainly do seem quite fungible when you can just go on a marketplace and buy and sell them. But it's not quite like buying or selling a crypto where you can literally just buy and dump it, because there will be a buyer on the other side. In NFTs, you need to find the buyer, basically, or a buyer needs to find your token specifically and buy your specific token.
I'm saying it here
One day
first. Not financial advice. If you're fading Wagner Beach, you're gonna
One day I'm gonna
regret
go
it.
up and buy one of these one day.
Buy a bubble goose. Buy a bubble goose. It's 2 boxes of cigarettes in New York City. Come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah, no
man.
shit.
I know, right?
Good point.
Yeah. I didn't pay $24 for a pack.
P-Funk, don't buy any. Okay, I've got a whole bunch that you can look through, and that I will be willing to sell you.
P-Funk's out on the sidewalk picking up butts and shit.
Yeah. No, I actually bought a cigarette off a guy. I offered him $2 for a
Nice.
cigarette.
Hey, can I get a cigarette for $1?
What to get to LaGuardia with.
Right.
And speaking of, you lived out there, right, Yasha?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So I ended up I had to go to Penn Station, Times Square, to get on a J train, to take it out to Flushing, Queens, to come downstairs, to get in the middle of some terrible area out in Flushing, to get on a bus, to take it all the way under the end, to get on another shuttle to go to the other side of LaGuardia. That was wonderful. Yeah,
Good
don't
old-
miss it there at all.
Good old New York transportation.
It's a tough life. I don't understand it. I tell you, it's a
It's
tough life.
the promise of life in the big city and all that
Oh
stuff.
my God!
It's a hard
man.
knock life.
My buddy's paying $3,700 or $3,200. His room is probably like 16 by 16.
His room?
Yeah, it's like one. Yeah, his room. That's it. It's like his efficiency or his apartment. It's at 76th and New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
$3,200. It's oh my God.
Hell, the place I was looking at was probably about 800 square feet, probably a little bigger, but fuck, man, it was like $4,500 a month in Miami.
Yeah.
But that was right on the water, fucking probably about the 30th floor or something. It was nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. But like you could be in a rat hole in New York and pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A rat hole for 30. He didn't. He hadn't been there in 2 weeks. We go in, there were 7 dead cockroaches inside.
Yeah,
his
you got to
fucking
deal with the
apartment.
fucking cockroaches and the rats and the trash and the
Yep.
fucking.
The smell and the homeless and oh my
Yeah.
God, I just don't.
Or you can
I
go to
just don't get
Miami,
the-
fucking hang out on the beach.
Well, there's just so much. I mean, there's just so much business opportunity in New York that if you want to do anything there, you can meet people and do business real easy.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of opportunities, but that doesn't mean you have to live in the middle of it. Like you can. I lived in Manhattan. I was, it was a very different time. It was the early '80s, so it was a completely different era. But
But back then, Times Square had nothing but Jack Shacks.
exactly, you can.
It wasn't Disneyland like it is now.
No,
Jack Shacks.
very much not. You are not walking if you're
You
a
don't
little
wanna
kid.
You don't want to be a janitor at Jack Shack.
Fucking awesome. Wait a minute here. Jack.
This conversation took a turn. I apologize.
Jack.
Anybody out there. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah.
P-Funk.
we do remember you
20,
saying that you're going to buy
22.
bubble goose soon. Have a mean reversion on the Bitcoin 4 hour, just like I said it would do. On Bitcoin, it tapped down to 17,404 on this 4 hour candle after hitting that RMLR to the upside, yesterday? So there you go. Once again, the RMLR.
I'm going to start calling the weekly ranges the Jack Shack. I like that.
You know what I'm talking about. I hope I'm not having to explain anything. So, I apologize. Dude.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, if you got to get the mop and bucket.
Yeah, you can rent a Jack Shack for 15 minutes or an hour,
Yeah.
depending
I
on
guess
the
you could. I never
stamina.
thought about it. I never thought about it.
Jack Shack. You're like, I hope I don't have to explain this. Woo! Yes, we have fun. Yes, we have fun.
Oh boy!
Fuck.
All right, all kinds of material here, boys. All kinds of material. Man. So,
Totally.
well, I'm hoping for a bounce here. I'm long again, so on that note, I'm going to leave it like that.
Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Anybody wants to trade? Look at this one. Check this guy's out. I just set this up while we were just doing this. This one looks like a coercive. This is an interesting way to put 4 screens together. Those are all 1 minute with 4 different things. It's going to be,
I like it.
dollar, SPY, NASDAQ, and oil.
Yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah, man.
they're like you said. I'm going to constantly have to keep moving those though to do that.
Yeah, but it's worth it, man. It's
No,
worth
man,
it.
I see it. Yeah, because
Run it on the VRE or whatever, and
You can anchor the projections.
the power mean running through and a couple RMLRs.
Yeah.
Getting some very good info. And then you got on this side, you can put a entropy or a volatility or whatever. And see that you're in trend or on a random walk and take the trade or not.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty nice.
I still pay homage to
the RWTs.
yeah, that, and I pay homage to Matt with his setup there, that picture.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's still
Matt
bad.
has some nice clean charts, man. Matt has nice clean charts.
I know, man. I can't, I gotta copy paste because I can't create it. He's an artiste.
I can't even read that
Listen,
shit.
Simplicity is his forte when it comes to that. Sure.
I like the one that you do when you just go from Laplace to Laplace, man. The one he does too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, have a good day. I'll be in and out all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Trading and stuff.
Let's wrap
See you
it
guys.
up.
Peace.
Let's wrap it up. Peace. So, the link to the Alpha Trading Discord is in the description of all of our videos. We have a lot of fun here. You should join just for the fun. We're not. You can join our Discord. You don't have to buy anything. We can give you a free volatility starter pack, right? It makes us happy. Just somebody wants to learn this stuff. Even if you never use it, you just want to come in and hang out. Hey, man, it's all good. Come in and hang out. If you get it, though, if you understand what we're doing, you will move forward, right? And we have a great trading package. It's massive. We're going to try to slim it down a little bit so it's not as overwhelming for new people. But, yeah, good times. So when you come into the Discord, when you join, open up a support ticket immediately and request the Volatility Starter Pack. There's a ton of education in the server. A lot of good people. Ask any questions that you want. There's not a dumb question when it comes to the VEPS. It's very confusing at first. It's a lot of the stuff you have never even seen before. You probably haven't even heard of these things. If you have, kudos to you. You probably took statistics class in school. But for a lot of people, yeah, man, you have no clue what's going on. So come in, get that starter pack, get a leg up on the rest of the markets, because that's what's everybody trying to do? Everybody's trying to make money, right? If you win a trade, there's a loser on the other side. You lose a trade, there's a winner. And you can guarantee it, the ones that are dominating the space are these high-frequency trading firms using these sophisticated algorithms that are trading the VEPS. The quicker you realize that, the quicker your path to really understanding these markets is going to happen. That's how we feel about it anyway. And with all that being said, though, appreciate everybody showing up today. And if you're watching on YouTube live, although we're being shadow banned because we are giving out this information, people do not want this information out. Why would they? We're all liquidity on the other side of their trades, right? Everybody, we used to be. We're no longer. We ride the algo lightning right along with them. So wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. We will see you tomorrow, Friday, last trading day for traditional markets of the week, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.